Hello there, Darren. Well done. Very fast. Excellent. You just burnt through those self-study tasks. Excellent. Let's go. The issue of connections between family members has grown in importance since the beginning of time. Okay, there's a bit of a... It's difficult to grow in importance since... let's see. Here I would have said the since the beginning of the technological revolution, or since the advent of something. Okay, but since the beginning of time is a bit difficult to comprehend. Okay, so the use of technology and communication is ever increasing. Even in family homes it can be commonly seen. Good, full stop. This essay will illustrate that spending family time together is becoming less frequent, using research results from Australia as an example to demonstrate points and support arguments. Okay, that would have been fine. I just skipped over this one to make it a little bit more brief, okay? Because remember, we're picking up most of our points in body paragraph 1, body paragraph 2, okay? And just looking at them, you can see that they are roughly similar lengths, which isn't a good sign, okay? So I just made it a little bit more brief and then tried to put most of, and then in your case, when you're writing the essay, that means you'd have more time to focus on these ones, okay, where the points are. Firstly, the development of digital distractions is the main cause for families not communicating with each other very often. For example, you're not following the sentence guide, okay? In this paragraph you have done, all right? Even though we've gone a bit zigzaggy, but anyway, but make sure you're following the strict acronym, okay? Let's carry on. So, for example, watching television is more popular now than ever before. Okay, regarding the results of the Australian social research, 9 out of 10 families have 2 or more televisions in their homes. Fortunately, this means day-to-day media usage is heavily increasing. Thus, this makes it clear why families are not talking to each other, even at homes, which were traditionally the location to share information between children and parents. Okay, not bad, but we haven't followed the sentence guide, okay? And this bit is irrelevant because everybody knows that's where children and families share information, and it's got nothing really to do with the end of the paragraph, okay? So make sure you're following the sentence guide. You should have a "this is because" here, okay? Let's see. This is because technology is becoming is replacing common interactions between children and parents. For example, blah blah blah, okay? And then make sure that that final sentence, the sentence, is linking back to the question and summarizing your paragraph, okay? Secondly, personal electronic devices are increasingly becoming popular in everyday life of young adults as well as middle-aged individuals. This is due to the fact that almost every modern personal gadget is able to connect to the internet, where people can browse the virtual world. Fantastic, fantastic, good. Good. This is the kind of structure we need, okay? Although it gives a false feeling of connection to others, people are communicating less with close people around them. For instance, findings of the Media and Society project. Okay, here I would have just said findings from the World Family Organization, okay? It just makes it easier, okay? Suggest that 3/4 of internet time is spent alone. Fantastic. Good. Very good. Very good. Therefore, it is clear that therefore, it is quite evident that face-to-face talking and spending more time regularly together is under threat due to smartphones, tablets, and even laptops, okay? So what I wanted to do there was just link it back to the actual start of the paragraph and introduce a little bit of a list there to show the examiner that we know topic-specific vocabulary on the subject, okay? And just shorten it a little bit, and basically just following the sentence guide a little bit stricter, okay? So Darian, make sure the next essay you send is very, very closely following the sentence guide rules, okay? And it'll make it much easier to write and much easier to correct as well, and not just from my point of view, from the examiner's point of view, okay? So there's a few more videos to watch, and and I want you to carry on working through the sentence guide program as well, okay? Reading the chapters and watching the videos. Fantastic start though, fantastic. Let's keep on moving forward. All the best.